Hey guys, today in this video we're going to be continuing our looks at the Funko Rick and Morty Snowball wave as we have a look today at Mr. Meeseeks. Mr. Meeseeks is just a little over 5 inches tall. He comes with the leg. I know. You thought I was going to probably go with the torso next. I wanted to look at Mr. Meeseeks first. He does come with the lower leg. I almost dropped it. Comes with the lower leg for Snowball, for his mech suit. I think what I probably will do is I'll look at the other leg, and then in the last figure review, we'll kind of put everything together, or maybe we'll put him together in his own video. I don't know, but comes with a little leg, still with that silver and blue color. Looks like it's just going to peg into just the bottom of the torso, but yeah, he comes with the leg. We'll put that to the side. Also comes with a golf club, which has some nice black painted on the handle portion, and some beautiful looking silver paint. Also comes with a pistol as well. While the pistol looks good, it's very difficult for him to hold it. The handle itself, being that it's a little bit longer, a little wider, you really have to kind of force it to get into Mr. Meeseeks' hands. And a lot of times, it's this, one of the problems, and so reach down and grab it, one of the problems with these accessories, one of the problems with these figures is that the accessories don't sit in their hands very well. What I did at the beginning was I had the gun in this hand, and it kind of does that weird thing where it points inward, kind of like older figures used to have that. And then the golf club fits well as long as you've got it in the handle. When it gets past the handle, it seems to, it sits really, really loose. So you can have them displayed kind of like that. Again, it's a shame that when you bring the arm forward, there's really no correct way of making it look like the gun is straight. Similar to when we looked at Rick with the teleporter gun, just doesn't seem like there's a correct straight way to have the accessories. Removing those, and removing the pistol, put that to the side. One of the other things that I had problems with these figures is, while as good as they are, Funko really needed to put ball joints right here. I've noticed this now with, this is the third figure that we're looking at, and both Rick and Morty had the same problems. The legs split outward fine, but you can see right there, that's where the hinge is. And that makes the legs move very, very easily. But when you want to rotate, when you want to hinge the legs forward and back, I seem to have the toughest time to actually move the legs. They don't seem like they want to move all that easily. The shoulders, on the other hand, are perfectly fine. Wishing that they could have put a ball joint right here. If they had only put a ball joint, then you can move the legs any which way that you want. But they seem to move outward a lot easier than they do forward and back. So that's one little problem I have with it. Mr. Meeseeks looks great though. I like the coloring, the sculpt on his face. I feel like they kind of played it a little safe, in all honesty, when it comes to their facial expressions. Rick is really good. I don't think I'd really do all that much differently to Rick. Morty, on the other hand, I think they could have given him a more panicked facial expression. And maybe it could be the same for Mr. Meeseeks here. Maybe they had given him, like a big smile or something like that, other than a closed mouth. Closed mouth is fine, but I think they could have done a lot more exaggerated facial expressions to these figures. Kind of feeling like they played it a little bit on the safe side. The coloring is quite good again on Mr. Meeseeks. The face sculpt is good, shy of the fact that, again, I would have changed the expression a little bit. And he's a fairly tall figure, so we'll just kind of get him to stand. He seems to stand actually a lot easier than both Rick and Morty did. There he is next to Rick. And dare I almost say, these figures will stand on their own? Oh my goodness gracious, they do. So Mr. Meeseeks is a little bit taller than Morty, and he's a little bit shorter, as you can see, than the Rick. And we'll kind of just do comparisons of all these figures when we have a look at all 5 figures, and of course when we put Snowball together with the mech suits. Move these figures out of the way. For your posability, we've kind of already touched base on that, but his head rotates all the way around. Now this specific figure doesn't seem to have a ball joint. Instead, you just rotate the head. That's all it does. The shoulders hinge outward. Again, I don't have any problems with the shoulders. My problems, more so the legs. But the arms rotate all the way around. You've got that single hinge in the elbow, rotation in the hand. And again, this could have gone a long way too. If they had only put a swivel, like a universal joint in the forearm, you could have actually been able to rotate the forearm instead of just relying solely on a hinge. They think that really this is enough. But if they had only made a rotation in the forearm, it might have been able to correct some of the problems I had with the pistol not pointing the right way. And then as we go with the legs, I've already talked about this before, the legs hinge outward, no problems whatsoever. You've got the hinge in the knee, and you've got the rotation in the foot. But please, come on, they could have given us either a universal joint or even just a simple plug-and-play ball joint, and that could have worked perfectly fine as well. Like the legs moving them forward and back. I don't know how much give I've got, so you probably have noticed in these videos, I'm not pushing and forcing the leg too much because I don't know how much give there is. I feel like actually it's pegged at the top corner rather than here. So if you rotate it, you can't hinge that forward. If it's pegged up there, it's just going to break the peg. So ball joints could have gone a long way, Funko. Ball joints could have gone a long way. That should be the hashtag for this review. Ball joints could have gone a long way. Hashtag it, guys. Ball joints could have gone a long way. In the meantime, though, a great looking figure. Wish that he had maybe a better facial expression, but overall I'm just happy that we're getting Funko Rick and Morty figures, just Rick and Morty figures in general. Series 1, this is only Series 1, let's hope we get ourselves a Series 2. I tell you, the one I really would like to get is a Scary Terry of this size. We got the Scary Terry in a McFarlane build when we had a look at the build sets of that, but I'd love to get a larger version of Scary Terry, I think, in this figure treatment. Once again, though, we were having a look at the Rick and Morty Snowball wave. This was Mr. Meeseeks, Mr. Meeseeks. If you guys like this video, certainly hit it with a like. And if Rick and Morty is your kind of cup of tea, it's my cup of tea. If it's your cup of tea as well, there's a playlist on this channel that you can go back and check out all the... Not only will these figures be on that playlist, but all basically the McFarlane build sets. Basically, it's all Rick and Morty stuff if you want to go over to that playlist. As always, guys, thanks for watching as you always do. See you next time.